Great investment of $4 million by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They end up having to pay another $2.83 million or so in incentives. If my memory is correct, it probably isn't, but he earned a lot more money. And even at $7 million, it's a freaking bargain to get you to the final 8 and to have the kind of season he had. Here's Baker Mayfield from after the game on what it would mean for him to be brought back next year as the starter of the Buccaneers.
I love this group. I've said that all year, and it's authentic. I mean that. And so it would mean a lot for me to bring back a lot of key pieces to get this back together and to get it in year 2 in the system. You can make huge strides. And so I would love that. Obviously, who knows how it's going to play out, but can't say enough about this organization for the opportunity they gave me this year. And so just thankful. And so hoping it works out.
So, look, they need to bring him back without question.
I mean,
they found something here.
Boom.
I saw a report yesterday that the franchise tag is an option. Well, no shit, it's an option. Of course it's an option.
You're funny.
I mean, yeah, if you don't work out a long-term deal with him, what are you going to do? Oh, go ahead and be a free agent and sign with somebody else. You use the franchise tag, and he's not going to complain. He's going to make $35 million as opposed to the $4 million he made last year. So, hell yeah, franchise tag's an option. So, whatever it is, it'd be better if they work out a long-term deal and stick with him. And let's see where this goes.
Yeah, that's right.
He finally has gotten himself in the right position to get the contract that he has long deserved.
The Buccaneers are close. You got a guy. Be happy with it. Baker Mayfield's a big-time starting quarterback in the NFL. He's never going to be top 5 or anything like that. But can he be anywhere from 6 to 15 on a given year? Yeah, he can. His arm is big time. He makes game-changing throws. We saw that. Their backs were against the rope, end of the first half. And, we're on our own, what were they on, their own 4 or 5 yard line? I mean, he made some incredible throws, 92-yard drive, touchdown, boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, it's halftime. I mean, that's what a great quarterback can do. Let alone, they believe in him. He fits them. He fits Todd Bowles. And they got a lot of young talent. Offensive line's got some young talent. Running back's pretty damn good. They got a few receivers that are younger coming up the ranks. They got to figure out what they're going to do with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I got that. K. Dotton's a good tight end. You look at their defense and you go, damn. I mean, Vita Vea, who's about to hit the prime of his career, right? They got Yaya Diaby, young star. Kalijah Kancey, young star. Cheyenne Trianko's still young. I mean, Antoine Winfield's young. And they don't have $80 million in dead money next year. So Tampa Bay, I don't think they're far off, and they have a good free agency and draft. They're going to be one of those teams that can build themselves to sustain and be in the big picture here for years to come.
One last thing before we break. There was a strange moment at the very end of the game where both teams engaged in clock management that would be shoddy even by Madden standards.
Yeah,
and
I think
this is one of those examples where anybody that plays Madden is in a position to look at this and say, what the hell are you doing? The Lions taking their knees too early, not letting it wind all the way down, and the Bucs in a position where they could have taken a timeout with 36 seconds left on the clock, forcing the Lions to do something on 4th down. Who knows what they would have done? Do you kick a field goal? What do you do? I don't know, but there was an opportunity there, and it would look. It's beyond pulling a rabbit out of the hat, but you only have a chance to do it if you activate the opportunity to do it. So it was a bad look. Bad look for the Bucs. You got to go down kicking and screaming. Where have we heard that before? We heard that when John Elway fired John Fox after losing in the divisional round of the playoffs. You got to go out kicking and screaming, throwing everything you can at the opponent to try to win the game. I was just surprised by that. And it's because that's not a mistake that NFL coaches should make on either side. Clock management should be automatic, especially in this age of analytics. There should be no guesswork. It should all be mathematical. That's the one area where, Chris, it's entirely mathematical. How do we engineer the end of game circumstance if you're the team with the lead to get out with 0, if you're the team losing to get the ball back with at least 1 second on the clock? And both teams fail.
Yeah, well, Detroit, I think from last week, kind of, the drive before their last drive, I think kind of looked at it like, hey, we made some throws and some plays last week to close the game out. Let's do that again. That came back to bite them in the butt because they lost some chances to maybe take some time off the clock. Yeah, the Todd Bowles ones, I hear you. I mean, I didn't do the math, but what would they have gotten the ball back if they had called a timeout right after that first play? 6, 7 seconds maybe? Something
You
like
still
that?
get it back.
Yeah,
You
I
still
hear
get it
you.
back.
I hear you. I was shocked too. I was sitting there on the sideline just going, well, I'm surprised he's not going to at least just call the timeout. You know, you never know. Maybe they fumble the snap, whatever. I hear you there, but
Hey, this is the team that was once coached by the guy who would send his defensive linemen into the knees of the offensive line on kneel downs to try to force a fumble. So, you know, at least they didn't do that, but you do. I think you have to do everything in your power to try to get the ball back for whatever may happen. The band is on the field, may happen. Who knows? But the chance of pulling victory out in those circumstances is 0 if you don't at least try. And it just becomes glaring to the average fan that wants to see the team try everything it can to win. All right, we have to take a break. When we return, we continue our work backward before divisional round games. Saturday night, 49ers, Packers. And again, if you don't know the outcome of that one, where the hell have you been the last 2 days? 49ers beat the Packers. We'll talk about it next year on PFT Live. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.